Today, Andy is preparing for his 6th birthday. This child has many toys of all types, so he plays with them all day. The cowboy sheriff Woody is his most cherished toy. In the room, when Andy is not there, the toys come to life and talk. Woody is the leader of the toy community. He gathers everyone to discuss Andy's family moving soon. Plus, Andy is celebrating his birthday early today. The toys start to panic. They think they might be replaced by Andy's new toys. After reassuring everyone, Woody sneaks down to scout. They think they might be... He wants to see what new gifts are being opened. Their actions show their experience hiding from humans. Luckily, there are no new toys. Everyone sighs in relief until Andy's mom pulls out a surprise gift. At that crucial moment, the toy community panics. They drop the walkie-talkie, so no one knows what the gift is. While panicking, Andy takes the new gift upstairs, so they all scatter and hide. Woody sits in his usual spot on the bed, the spot for the favorite toy, but Andy pushes Woody away. Woody still has to reassure the others first. No one will be replaced, but someone else is already in his spot. The new toy is a space warrior named Buzz Lightyear. This guy's biggest problem is he doesn't realize he's just a toy. He truly believes he's a superior individual from outer space. This mission, that mission, due to an oversight, his ship crashed into this room. His ship is the toy box. The toy residents come down to greet Buzz. Then Buzz shows off his tech toys. Everyone is amazed. Only Woody, the leader, is unhappy and a bit jealous. This unintentionally increases his jealousy. Woody asks, "You going to work?" Then Buzz pops out his 2 wings. He performs an acrobatic flight around the room, amazing everyone. Woody's crew also watch and praise him. This infuriates Woody, but he tries to act tough. He says, "Oh, we'll see." But in the following days, Andy only talks about Buzz. I wonder if Buzz doesn't know he's a toy. Why does he pretend so much? Eventually, Woody gets sidelined. Woody is completely pushed aside. Buzz even gets Andy's name written on his leg with permanent marker. It's much better than the faded ink on Woody's leg. Furious, Woody points directly at Buzz and says, "Andy is mine! Mine!" Then the two stand next to each other. While bickering, Woody accidentally presses Buzz's helmet button. Buzz struggles to breathe, thinking he's in space, but after a few seconds, he realizes he's overreacting. Woody gleefully mocks Buzz's blind belief. If Andy's an angel, then Sid is a devil. He has a passion for torturing toys. Buzz is indignant. The other toys just want Andy to move away from the neighbor. One day, Andy goes to Pizza Planet with his family. He's only allowed to bring 1 toy. Woody conspires to push Buzz behind the desk to be chosen, but things accidentally get messy. Buzz flies out the window seemingly into Side's yard. The other toys suspect Woody and rebel against him. Then Andy comes to his room for a toy. He doesn't see Buzz, so he takes Woody. Buzz crawls out of the bush and follows the car. Until the car stops for gas, the two fight fiercely and are left on the street. After arguing for a while, Woody sees the pizza delivery truck arrive. He must convince Buzz to follow him to Andy. He tricks Buzz onto the truck, saying it will take him to a space station. After all, the pizza place is called Pizza Planet. The shop is full of space toys. This further reinforces Buzz's belief. While running to Andy, Buzz sees a spaceship preparing to launch. So he rushes over and climbs inside, but it's just a toy claw machine. Woody has to climb in to pull him out, but they're unlucky. Sid is also at the pizza place. He is determined to grab Buzz. Woody tries to stop him. Sid ends up with both of them. Sid's bedroom is a toy's hell. It's filled with mutated toys he created. These toys prevent Woody and Buzz from escaping the next morning. When they finally get outside, they run into Sid's dog. So they separate and hide in 2 different rooms. A Buzz Lightyear toy commercial is playing on TV. It states the toy cannot fly. Buzz is stunned. He opens his arm flap and sees Made in Taiwan. He falls into an existential crisis. He falls in. Physically, he free falls and his arm comes off. A while later, Woody finds Buzz. They try to get home by ziplining across the window. The toys at home are skeptical. They think Woody has killed Buzz. He's also holding Buzz's broken arm, so they refuse to listen to Woody and leave. On the floor, the mutated toys pick up Buzz, not to harm him, but to reattach his arm. These toys only look scary. They aren't evil like Sid. Speaking of their owner, Sid rushes in. He excitedly opens a shopping box. Inside is a large firework. Inside, he plans to help Buzz really fly into space. Luckily, it rains heavily, so the plan is postponed. That night, Woody and Buzz have a heart-to-heart talk. Buzz realizes it's okay to be a toy. The main purpose is still to make Andy happy. Woody also admits he was too jealous of Buzz, which led to this situation. The two team up to escape, but Sid wakes up and takes Buzz away. Andy's moving truck has arrived. At Woody's plea, the mutated toys help Woody get outside to rescue Buzz. Later, in the yard, before Sid launches Buzz, Woody teams up with the mutated toys. They rebel and scare Sid, making him run away. Now the two must hold on to the moving truck, but Sid's dog chases and attacks them. After Buzz fights the dog, Woody opens the toy box. He takes out the Recar to save Buzz. But the other toys think he hasn't given up his selfish intent, so they push him onto the road too. The two continue riding the car, chasing. The other toys realize they need to help, but the toy car runs out of battery. They think they're out of options, but there's still the firework rocket taped to Buzz's back. The two try to light it, then they zoom after the truck like real space rangers. The firework then changes direction, flying straight up. Buzz pops out his plastic wings and cuts the tape. Then they hug each other and free fall. They land right on the car carrying Andy. What if the car door hadn't opened then? Christmas arrives. At Andy's new house, Woody has now won Andy's heart. Buzz is anxiously listening to the intelligence radio, just like Woody used to, listening to see what gifts Andy is receiving. Woody comforts Buzz, telling him not to worry. But when they hear Andy receive a puppy, they are stunned and can only look at each other, giving a wry smile. The story opens with Buzz Lightyear's thrilling space journey. He overcomes obstacles to enter the lair of the evil villain Zurg, but in battle, Zurg shoots him down. Game over. It turns out Rex was playing the game and lost because his arms were too short. Makes sense. Woody asks everyone to turn the house upside down to find his hat. Andy is about to leave for cowboy camp, but he doesn't forget his responsibility as the neighborhood leader. He's still worried about what Buzz will do while he's gone. After a chaotic search, Slinky finds Woody's hat. Devoltide dose up more. But Andy's real dog follows, barks into the room, and tears things up. It finds Woody hiding in the backpack. We think it will bite him, but they're just playing hide and seek. Their relationship seems close. With 5 minutes until camp departure, Andy quickly stages a dramatic scene of two heroes saving a damsel, but he accidentally tears Woody's arm after playing. Such rough play, Andy has to leave Woody at home. Worse, his mother puts him on the highest bookshelf. This shelf is for old broken items. Woody and his friends are very upset. Andy returns home early and pulls Woody down to play. He then remembers Woody's torn arm. He no longer wants to play and throws Woody aside. Luckily, this was just a dream, but on this dusty shelf, Woody finds Wheezy the penguin. Andy's mom threw him up here when he broke. From above, Woody sees Andy's mom putting up a garage sale sign. He immediately warns all the toys downstairs. Everyone fears they will be sold. Wheezy, of course, cannot escape this fate. Woody decides he must rescue Wheezy, but then Woody falls outside in the yard. Unfortunately, a toy collector spots him and wants to buy him, but Andy's mom refuses. So he finds a way to steal Woody. The toys watching from the window panic. Buzz immediately chases after him. He latches onto the collector's car, but he's thrown off. Back home, the toy council meets to figure out who kidnapped Woody. Buzz quietly deciphers the kidnapper's license plate, along with a chicken feather that fell out. How do they figure out the guy's toy store from that? That's quite a feat. Meanwhile, Woody is escaping the guy's house. He's suddenly greeted warmly by three strange characters. They act like old friends. Woody then learns he's based on a character from the Cowboy Roundup cartoon series. It was very famous in the 1950s. His companions are Jesse and the horse Bozai and the prospector Stinky Pete back at the house. The toys have found the way to the collector's store. They pack their bags and set off to rescue Woody. Woody's girlfriend Bo Peep asks Buzz to give the cowboy a kiss on the cheek, but Buzz is afraid it will be misinterpreted, so he declines. So the friends set off. Woody is engrossed watching films about himself. He happily plays with his new friends, until he hears they're going to a toy museum in Japan. But he can't go. Woody still belongs to Andy. Jessie begins to panic. She seems quite scared. These three characters have been in storage for too long. They couldn't be sold without Woody. Prospector Pete and Jessie argue with Woody. Then the collector returns. They have to cut their conversation short. The collector, excited to take an upsell photo. He accidentally tears Woody's arm completely. Now they need someone to fix it. That night, Woody stealthily climbs down. He secretly tries to retrieve his arm. Suddenly, the TV turns on by itself. The collector wakes up and Woody fails. A fierce argument then breaks out between him and Jessie about the remote control right in front of her and about him returning to Andy. Meanwhile, the toy brothers, after a long, difficult journey, they finally reach the collector's store. The hardest part now is crossing the street. They devise a plan where traffic cones to cross the street. That severely obstructs traffic. But thankfully, everyone is safe. But Woody is on the other side of the road. He's being carefully restored. The other guys are running all over the toy store. They can't find their friend. Buzz gets lost in an aisle full of Buzz Lightyears. He meets his past, unenlightened self. They yell at each other. The real Buzz gets locked in a display box. The other guys drive around in circles. They then stumble into a lively Barbie party. A tour guide Barbie drives the group around. Passing the Buzz aisle, they meet the fake Buzz. You mistake him and drag him away. Meanwhile, upstairs, after his photo shoot is complete, Woody is scolded for only wanting to return to his owner. They have to comfort him. They reveal Jessie was once a favorite toy, belonging to a little girl named Emily. But she was forgotten under the bed. She was eventually given away. She believes children grow up and forget their childhood toys. Prospector Pete adds some comments. The real Buzz escapes his box and chases, but he can't catch them. Don't worry, they're just across the street. The only problem is he accidentally releases a fallen toy. This one is also deluded and wants to destroy Buzz Lightyear. The team finds their way upstairs. They also notice the fake Buzz's odd behavior. His enthusiasm and stupidity somehow lead to luck. Eventually, they all reach Woody. The real Buzz has also climbed there. Everyone is happy and plans to take Woody home, but Woody refuses. He insists on going to Japan. To be an exhibit, fine, everyone leaves. Woody then changes his mind and wants to go back to Andy. He convinces the cowboy group to join him. After all, they all want to make a child happy, but Prospector Pete doesn't. He forces Woody, Jesse, and the horse to go to Japan with him. The collector returns to gather items for the airport. The toys continue their chase to rescue Woody again. At this moment, Zurg appears and fights the fake Buzz. The fake Buzz follows them all the way to the airport. Driving carefully, Mr. Potato Head unexpectedly saves 3 green alien sons. Getting into the airport is not the end. The group falls into a luggage conveyor belt maze. Buzz reaches the suitcase where Woody is. Pete punches him, knocking him off the conveyor belt. He then cuts Woody's arm again and threatens him. If Woody doesn't come, he'll tear him to pieces. The friends arrive just in time. They shove the old man into a little girl's bag to show him what it's like to play with kids. Since Jessie is still trapped in the suitcase, Buzz and Woody rush after the luggage cart to rescue her. By the time they catch up, the suitcase is already on the plane. The door is closed for takeoff. Jessie have no other choice. They must crawl down through the connection to the airplane's tire. Bozai the horse brings Buzz just in time. They rescue them safely. They all return home to greet Andy. Andy is very excited. All the toys return to a happy, peaceful life together. It starts with a dramatic action sequence. Sheriff Woody, his partner Jesse, and Horse Bozai chase a train robbery. The masterminds are the notorious potato couple. They blow up the tracks and the train escapes with the money. The train is also carrying many orphan children. Woody tries to stop the train but fails. Luckily, Space Ranger Buzz Lightyear appears. He lifts the entire train to rescue the children. The friends continue to chase the potato couple. They also have a teammate Slinky who creates magic shields. Jesse summons Rex the dinosaur to fight. And now they encounter another suspicious opponent. It is the evil Dr. Porkchop. What? Why is it so random? But kids are playing with toys. They can imagine anything. Throughout his childhood, Andy had fun with his toys. Now the toy gang is in a box. They pull out a cell phone and call it themselves. This is so Andy finds the phone and sees them again. Andy is now grown up, preparing for college. It seems the toys have been forgotten for a while. The toys are sad and try for one last mission: to make Andy realize they are always there for his happiness. However, some soldiers abandon the mission. They fear being thrown away with Jack. This makes everyone very worried. Many other toy residents have been given away recently. This includes Woody's girlfriend, Bo Peep. The neighborhood leader still tries to reassure everyone. He says Andy keeping them until now means he won't throw them away. Instead, they will be stored in the attic. At least they will all still be together. And who knows, maybe Andy's future children will play with them. But in reality, everyone has lost much hope. Andy's mom begins asking him to clean his room. Sort what to take to college, what goes into a box, what to throw away goes into a trash bag, what goes to daycare. His mom also asks Andy what he will do with his toys. With the attitude of a teenager, Andy grumbles and doesn't want to talk. He agrees they are junk. Left alone, he takes out his toys and contemplates for a moment. Then he takes out a trash bag and puts all the toys in until he holds Buzz and Woody in his hands. He hesitates, then finally puts Woody in the college box. Buzz is thrown into the trash bag. Luckily, Andy intends to take the bag to the attic, not throw it away, but just then, he drops the bag to help his sister Molly. And so, it's very predictable. His mom thinks it's trash. She picks it up and puts it by the curb for the garbage truck. The toys try to tear open the bag to escape. Woody also grabs scissors and rushes to rescue his friends, but the garbage truck has already taken the bags. Fortunately, the friends manage to escape in time. In crisis, feeling like trash. The whole group decides to jump into a donation box for a daycare. Woody then tells everyone what he saw, that Andy never intended to throw them away, but no one cares to listen now. After all, he was chosen to go with Andy. Before he could say more, his mom arrived and drove off. Woody and the toys in the box start arguing. One side wants to return to Andy. The other believes they've been abandoned. Only the mom hears nothing. The whole group is brought to a daycare. The toys there welcome them warmly. During playtime, Lotso the bear personally greets them. He also looks like a neighborhood leader. He introduces his group, saying they are all abandoned toys. But coming here is the best. Kids play with toys every day. When they grow up, there will be other children. The toys will never be forgotten. Then Lotso introduces his friend Ken, who will show the new toys around. Ken and Barbie meet and fall in love. The toy area is beautiful, like a miniature city. There are places to charge batteries and men toys. There's even a full body massage. Ken owns a lot of land, so he has his own villa. His only flaw is being lonely with no one to share it with. Lotso also introduces Big Baby, in case the friends need any help. Then he leads them to their new spot, the Caterpillar Room. After that, he leaves with Ken. Barbie leaves her friends and goes to the villa with him. Everyone is very excited, but Woody insists that he and his friends only have one child, Andy. and they must always be there for him. Unable to persuade them, Woody decides to go back alone. While overcoming countless obstacles to return, Woody is found by a little girl named Bonnie, also at the daycare, so she takes him home to play with. Meanwhile, the toy friends are excited about their new life, waiting for the children to enter the classroom, but the old toys seem scared and hide. It turns out the caterpillar room is for toddlers. These kids only play roughly, smashing everything. Buzz looks at the opposite classroom and sees Lotso and other toys being cherished. Clearly, this is a form of old toys bullying new ones. The new friends discuss complaining to Lotso and requesting a transfer, but all the doors are locked, so Buzz shows off his acrobatics. He follows Ken's group into a vending machine. Inside, they are playing a game and making remarks about the new toys. Then Buzz is caught, escorted to Lotso. The bear remains gentle and kind. He even praises Buzz for daring to suggest moving to a more suitable room. But he only accepts Buzz, not the rest of the group. Here, he is a dictator, keeping his own group safe and comfortable. As for the new toys, they will all be sent to the caterpillar room. He keeps Buzz because Buzz has potential. Then he resets him to demo mode to brainwash him. Meanwhile, remembering Mrs. Potato Head's lost eye, the friends realize Andy truly didn't abandon them, so they are determined to find their way home. And so they are also thrown into jail. Back to Woody, he starts befriending Bonnie's toys. And they help him find his way home. When preparing to say goodbye, Woody learns the terrible truth about the daycare. More specifically, a clown named Chuckles tells Woody the full story. That long ago, Chuckles, Lotso, and Big Baby belonged to a girl named Daisy. But during a camping trip, she left the three behind. When they traveled far to return, the three found Daisy had new toys. They had been through enough. Of course, Woody still returns to save his friends. The toy phone also tells Woody the only exit is the garbage chute. How are the doors there? Where are the keys? But Lotso's guard is very strict, especially a monkey watching the cameras. It's very hard to get past the monkey's gaze, so to escape, they must deal with it first. Night falls, and the friends begin their impossible mission. First, Mr. Potato Head pretends to distract them. He coaxes Ken into a fashion show, but then he turns nasty. He tortures Ken to reveal how to turn Buzz back to normal by tearing his clothes. Then Barbie disguises herself as Ken to retrieve the instruction manual. Inside the surveillance room, Woody and Slinky subdue the monkey, then signal the friends to escape. They subdue Buzz again and try to reset his operating system, but they accidentally load Spanish language, and he still doesn't know he's a toy. Anyway, they all make it out to the playground. They get past Big Baby. Finally, they reach the garbage chute, only to collapse at the gates of paradise, because Lotso's group has found them. Now either be crushed in the garbage or return to daycare and accept their fate. Woody reveals all of Lotso's lies. This enrages Big Baby, who throws him into the dumpster. The whole group quickly runs before the garbage truck arrives. But someone gets stuck, so Woody has to go back to save them. Then Lotso grabs his leg and pulls him down too. The garbage truck arrives to collect the trash. It collects this whole team too. Amidst the dangerous rain of trash, Spanish Buzz performs a spectacular heroic rescue and heroically sacrifices himself when a TV falls on his head. Luckily, he's fine. He must have hit somewhere that restored his old operating system. Reaching the dump, the three-eyed alien sees something to grab and run after it. The rest of the group is pushed onto a conveyor belt leading to a shredder. Woody and Buzz still try to save Lotso. But when the trash is pushed into the incinerator, after Lotso climbs to the conveyor belt stop button, he again abandons the toy friends without saving them. At this point, everyone is desperate. There is no other way. They hold hands, waiting for their end. Then a beam of white light shines down from above. The trash claw drops down and scoops them all up. It turns out it's thanks to the three-eyed aliens and their obsession with grabbing things. Now everyone is safe. Lotso escapes but is picked up by a garbage truck driver, and his end is being hung on the truck's front grill. The friends cling to the garbage truck to return home. They clean themselves up and go to the room. The whole group and Woody say goodbye to each other. But when he sees Andy and his mom also saying goodbye, Woody looks at the photo of Andy and his friends one more time. Then he decides to write a note and stick it on the old toy box. And when Andy reads it, he takes the toy box to Bonnie's house. Giving all the toys to the little girl, he sits down and introduces each toy to Bonnie. Somehow, Woody is also in that toy box. Andy looks back at all the toys for a long time touched, then plays with them one last time with Bonnie, before saying goodbye to his childhood. The toys, especially Woody, watch Andy leave and say goodbye. The movie ends here. The story goes back 9 years. It was raining heavily outside. The toy friends had to work together to rescue a remote-controlled race car. It was stuck in a gutter, risking being washed down the sewer. Thanks to help from Shepherdess Bo Peep, Woody and friends successfully rescued the race car, but as they climbed, the window slammed shut and Bo Peep was taken away. Woody ran after her, wanting Bo Peep to stay for Andy. But she wasn't Andy's toy. She understood that kids lose toys every day. It was time to meet a new child. She even wanted Woody to come along. But Woody chose Andy, so he stayed. They said goodbye then. Back in the present, the toys now belong to Bonnie. Woody had some difficulty adapting to this new environment. Since Bonnie is a girl, she rarely picked Woody to play. Her old toys already had an established leader. Bonnie was about to start school and seemed quite scared. She also wasn't allowed to bring toys. Woody secretly snuck into her backpack. He followed her to school and helped Bonnie with her supplies. Woody secretly she was too shy and reserved. Bonnie created a toy from a spork. A spork she named the new toy Forky. She then became inseparable from Forky. But since he was made from trash, Forky insisted he was trash. He'd spot a trash can and free fall into it. So Woody had to stick close to Forky to prevent him from getting out of Bonnie's reach. During a long road trip with Bonnie's family, Forky again wandered off quite far. Woody had to go retrieve him. Luckily, he helped Forky overcome his existential crisis. Forky now believed he belonged to Bonnie. While passing an antique store, Woody recognized Bo Peep's old desk lamp, so he snuck into the shop to see if she was there. He then ran into Gabby. One of her henchmen was Benson. They all looked incredibly creepy, just like this one. And sure enough, Gabby demanded to keep Woody. She wanted his voice box. The two quickly escaped. A horde of Bensons chased after them, but only Woody escaped. A little girl named Harmony, the owner's granddaughter, picked him up. Forky was held back. Meanwhile, Bonnie woke up and couldn't find Forky. She immediately panicked. The other toy friends grew anxious too. Buzz decided to rush off to find Woody and the spork, but fate led Buzz to be hung up as a prize in a fair booth. As for Woody, the girl brought him to a nearby playground. After his escape, he coincidentally reunited with Bo Peep. She was now ownerless, living freely and independently, along with a new friend, Giggle McDimbo. Bo also had a bad experience at the antique shop, so she ran away and lived as she does now. After updating each other on their lives, and some pleading, Bo agreed to help Woody rescue Forky. Then they sped off in a camouflaged battle vehicle. At the antique shop, Forky had been repaired. Gabby said Woody would appear soon to save Forky. Gabby seemed to adore little Harmony, and wished her voice box would be fixed to get another chance. Buzz was being mocked by two characters, Duck and Bunny. They wanted to get rid of Buzz to become prizes for kids, and it actually happened. Buzz escaped outside and ran off. At the same time, Woody and Bo also drove to the amusement park. Due to chaotic driving, both were thrown out, but the antique shop was very close, so the team made a tricky maneuver to reach their destination. Luckily, Buzz saw them then. This reunited the whole team. Plus, Duck and Bunny rushed over, enraged, to fight Buzz. Woody promised they'd be adopted by a child since he was returning to Bonnie, so Duck and Bunny happily joined them. They made it into the shop. They still had many difficult challenges ahead, like the Bensons watching everywhere, the shop owner's cat, and Gabby holding Forky in a glass cabinet. It needed a key to open. Due to Woody's impulsive actions, Bo's 3 sheep were also caught. Bo led Woody to meet a character named Duke Kaboom, a stunt motorcycle performer. Bo begged him for help. Right at that moment, Buzz's team arrived, boasting they had the cabinet key. They had endured many hardships to get it. The group began their plan. While setting up the escape route, Bo and Woody shared a small moment. Woody realized he had to do a risky stunt with Duke Kaboom. During the stunt, haunted by his old owner, Duke Kaboom failed and fell to the floor. Woody luckily clung to the cabinet door. He rigged a rope for Bo Peep to follow. Woody found Forky, but it turned out they all fell into Gabby's trap. They broke out of the Bensons' tight encirclement. After a struggle, Forky fell to the floor. Then he was attacked by the cat. Woody jumped down to save Forky, pulling all his friends down with him. The cat began a furious attack, but the toys seized this opportunity. They lured the cat away and escaped the shop again. But once outside, Woody insisted on going back inside to get Forky for Bonnie. Everyone else refused as it was too dangerous. Woody insisted no toy should be left behind. A truly respectable stubbornness. During the argument, Woody accidentally offended Bo and other lost toys, so they left. Woody stubbornly went in alone. Facing Gabby, Woody realized Gabby wanted the voice box to be loved by a child. She specifically wanted Harmony to play with her. Woody agreed to Gabby's request if she released Forky. Meanwhile, Buzz reached Bonnie's family's truck. The family was about to leave. Buzz tried to remind Bonnie she'd forgotten her backpack at the antique shop, so they had to go back. It's a tough situation, folks. They thought Gabby would get to play with Harmony after the voice box was fixed, but no. Harmony threw Gabby into a box and walked away. Bonnie returned for her backpack. Forky and Woody were already safely inside, but Woody jumped out to bring Gabby to Bonnie. The toys in the truck faked the GPS to get Dad to return to the amusement park. At that moment, Bo returned to help. Woody and Gabby ran to the Ferris wheel, but halfway, Gabby saw a lost little girl. Gabby decided to stay with the girl. The truck finally reached the fair. The toy friends were ready to welcome Woody back. Woody couldn't bear to leave Bo again, so Buzz comforted him, saying not to worry about Bonnie anymore. The toy friends gathered to say goodbye to Woody. He handed his sheriff's badge to Jesse. He hugged his friends who had been with him for so many years. He hugged his best friend Buzz one last time. Then he joined a free life with Bo. The end credits showed Woody's group living at the fair. The team at Bonnie's house also lived very happily. Forky made a new friend, also made from trash. The story ends.